Sometimes things just don't go according to plan. I prepared for 3 years to complete a PhD dissertation project in Africa. Then one day, the dean called me in and told me I would be going to Honduras. The president of the Honduran school explained that they needed someone to teach Hondurans to grow home gardens. I wasn't there very long before I discovered that Hondurans had home gardens, but they just didn't look like North American or European home gardens. So I did the unthinkable. I recreated my dissertation project without any input from my major professor. This was in the days before cell phones, and I did have input from another professor from our university. I completed a nationwide survey of Honduran home gardens analyzing species counts, diversity, and density. Every Honduran household we visited had a multi-layered, dense, diverse food system. This was less than 10 years after permaculture had first been developed, and years before terra preta and deliberate planting of much of the Amazon was discovered. I came home with piles of data, maps of gardens in every region of Honduras, and hundreds of photographs that I analyzed and compiled for my dissertation. Infighting had all but decimated my department, and when I defended my dissertation, the spray it and weigh it faction attacked me. They said the research was not rigorous enough, that it was irrelevant to horticulture, and asked me questions unrelated to the topic. My committee members, the systems thinking and original research faction, awarded me the PhD, but my confidence was shaken. After one peer-reviewed publication, I set the idea aside and worked at New Mexico State University under constant pressure to engage in traditional research. After 7 years, I left the university to work in my husband's architectural business, and we adopted 3 sisters from Ukraine. But I never stopped growing things, and 14 years ago, I decided to take what I had learned and develop a system for creating multi-layered food systems in temperate climate. I incorporated the stressors of our changing climate, along with the concepts I learned in Honduras. That's where the climate-smart environmental design originated. And when I watched the butterflies float through the pollinator garden, sit in the shade where it's several degrees cooler than the neighboring yards, or strangers stop to tell me they love my garden, I know it's right. To have an endless supply of fresh fruit, vegetables, and flowers, and have a life where I wake to birds singing outside the window and go to bed at night thinking about the relaxing homegrown herbal tea I just drank, it's rewarding. The best part is watching my children and grandchildren pick fruit from the trees and pop it into their mouths. And I want this kind of life for all land stewards, ecological visionaries, and climate protectors out there. That's why I do the work that I do. Even though there's a part of me that thinks I'm sharing too much about my life's work, my deeper truth is that I care way too much about helping caretakers of our earth build a healthy green ecosystem to let that fear stop me. If you or anyone you know struggles with how to turn your yard or property into a food forest that feeds and protects you and your family, I'm offering a free food forest opportunity session to start moving you toward the realization of that dream. Let me know below if I can be of service to you or someone you care about.